Boy, that came up quick. I'm live. Welcome to Hike with Mike. I'm Mike, and here's where I am. It's funny, I saw some of my friends who live in other areas talking about, it's sunny and warm where they are, and I have friends all over the world who live in a variety of climates. Some are in southern hemisphere, some are right here. They're all over the place. Some are in Hawaii, right? But here, this is what we've got today. Started last night, and today, hey there, Kurt. Today, we've got several inches of snow, which is rapidly melting. And I thought I'd be able to get out and snowshoe, but it doesn't really warrant snowshoes today. That's okay. We're going to have an awesome time nonetheless. Because look at this. Here you go. Look at this. I'm actually on the side of a road where I'm starting. And I'm about to cross this bridge here. It's my mom. Look at this, mommy. I just started here. So for those of you who are from this area, or even not, I'm over near the University of Connecticut. Just passed it on my way here. And that's in Storrs, Connecticut. I'm actually in part of Mansfield. Mansfield and Storrs are right next to each other. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah. I think some of this... Now, that's an elementary school across the street, up that hill, where I parked my car. If I had gone the other side... where I parked my car, which I did several weeks ago for those of you who keep up with my videos. Curses. It's going to be one of those video times where I'm in an area in which the signal is so-so. That happens when you're in the woods. I guess that's one of the hazards of trying to do a live broadcast from in the woods. Well, it's not like I'm not in the middle of civilization here, because although this town is a little more rural, but eastern Connecticut tends to be a little more spread out, and the cell signals might not be quite as strong. It's okay. We will endure nonetheless. And I see you guys are sticking with me, so you're awesome. Okay, well then I will treat you with this. There you go. You see, there's already been some woodland creatures out here. No human beings yet into this freshly laid snow. I am the first one. It's new territory. Yeah, is that a deer probably? Maybe. Who knows? But that's always the fun of this, right? We don't know. We're just out here having an adventure. Well, hopefully we'll keep this signal going. It seems like I'm in a good spot. And we'll talk about quickly, I don't want to rush it. It's an important subject. I'm going to touch on it a lot, and I will beat it into the ground because it's probably the most important thing for anyone who wants to start on a health journey. The first step. And I'll just get to the point. The first step is making the decision to do it. Duh. Right? Very, very simple. Simple, yet not easy to actually commit. Am I right? Because if that were true, I guess I wouldn't have spent 20-something years of my life miserable and unhealthy and unhappy. And a lot of us do. The level at which you want to do it is up to you. And that's the great news. You don't have to be crazy like me and being out in the middle of the snow or the woods. You don't have to get up at 5 a.m. like I do. When I first started, it was very simple, and I could keep it that way. Your health is your choice and how you want to do it. But to get started, it really takes a commitment from you to you. That's it. A lot of it has to do with language in our minds. And for me, I've always told people it's a simple set of words. Most of us who are unhappy with our health say this: I want to XYZ, lose weight. I want to lower my high blood pressure. I want to eat better. I want to get more exercise. I want. I'm sure we all do. That's great. The desire is important. Here's where you get to the next level. And I'm going to challenge some of you guys. You could do this today, and I'll be very proud of you. Or if you're not ready, that's fine. Here's the secret. It's when you go from I want to I am going to. I want you to think about that. I want to lose weight. I am going to lose weight. Okay? If that's your focus. Those are very powerful differences in a couple words. Want and am going to. Am going to is a very bold statement, isn't it? Especially, oh boy. It's gonna be one of those days. It's gorgeous out though, isn't it? Well, those of you who are just tuning in and bearing with my intermittent signal here, I would apologize for it, but it's absolutely out of my control. However, thank you for sticking with me, because you're going to really enjoy this. We were just talking about the first step in terms of somebody who wants to change anything, really. But for the most part, because of my 200... kind of hold the phone up. Maybe I'll stay still for a minute. I don't like to stay still long, though. Here, let me show you what I'm about to do. We're about to cross bridges, both figuratively and literally. Come on along with me. Look at this here. It's like a river in life, isn't it? You know how life is like a river? Life is like a river because we have choices. And sometimes we just sit on the boat in this river and just let it float us along wherever life takes us. And that's fine. Sometimes we need to do that. Sometimes, though, we need to grab the oars of that boat and start rowing and going in another direction, sometimes against the current. You think about that figuratively, it does a couple of things. It strengthens you, and it brings you in a direction that the river's not taking you. And you might need that, because sometimes life is taking you one way, as with my health was doing, and I needed to grab those oars and work my butt off to go in the opposite way and lose 200 pounds. It came, and we circle around, from a simple decision. Those simple words from I want to lose weight to I am going to. Now, for those of you who are ready, please, below, or wherever you would like, write that to me. Write that to everyone, if that's what you're ready for. Now, that is scary. It's scary because, well, now I'm accountable. Well, you should be, because the only way you're ever going to take charge of your health is if you're accountable to yourself. Otherwise, you're going to keep procrastinating. Trust me, I know. I well know. And not about you, but about me. Mike can lose 200 pounds, but can't seem to sit down and write his book. You know what? For you, okay? I'm going to do this little for you. I am going to write this book. I'm going to be real bold. The 10 Steps book that I'm working on, not just, I've got a couple books this year, because I need to get it out because people need it. They need the steps written out. But this is by far the most important step. I am going to XYZ. How do you do it? You ready? You want the secret? Just do it. Just say it. Every day. To everyone. Oh, Mike, that's stupid. Yes, it is. It's stupid simple. However, the more you say it, the more it sets a mindset for you. But Mike, I don't know what to do. What am I going to do? You don't need to know what to do. You don't have to have the plan laid out yet. Okay? You don't need the plan laid out yet. All you need is the desire. The rest falls into place as you figure it out. That there is, Mike, what's your secret? It's just not letting anything stop you. You say, I am going to. So with me, I'm gonna lose all the weight. And I remember when I thought that to myself, I'm like, holy crap. But I didn't know how I was gonna do it. I had no idea. So I got on MyFitnessPal. I tried other things, but the final part, I used MyFitnessPal to track everything I ate. And I went online. My mother had bought me a gift card on Amazon. And I used that to buy some online videos from my idol, Gilad, his aerobics videos. They were 25-minute. I did those every morning, and I tracked everything I ate. That's where I started. To this. To Mike, the health nut. 4 years later. I started in 2014. If you're just joining in, welcome to Hike with Mike. We are in currently Mansfield, Connecticut, just down the road from UConn. For those of you sports fans, of course, you be one of those days where the signal just comes in and out. Okay. As I was saying, we're down the street from UConn, the Huskies. I'm not a huge sports fan, but they are awesome. I do have, very proud of them. They're quite a leading team in the college sports arena, as you guys know. For any of you, I don't even follow sports, and they are quite an awesome team. I digress. We're on the Nipmuc Trail. Nipmuc. That almost sounds Eskimo, doesn't it? Nipmuc. It's Native American. This trail goes up and down the state. But if you're tuning in, you're probably tuning in to see the hike, and you may have gotten curious about what is the first step. And we've been talking about it. It's a very simple thing. And if you've missed part of it, feel free to wind back, but I'm going to drill it in again. Look at this little swamp here while we're contemplating. A little swamp. Okay. Again. I am going to XYZ. It really reinforces in your mind. It causes, for those of you who are thank you. It really causes you to create neural pathways in your brain. Ooh. All right, I do have a little background in psych. I'm not an expert, but I will tell you some things. The more I said to myself that I am going to lose all the weight, the 200-something pounds I lost, the more I was going to do it. It wasn't, for years I kept saying, I want. You can want all you want, but it ain't going to get you there. It's when you make that decision, when you are ready. But you may never get ready, so then what you got to do? Force yourself. I'm going to be blunt. Force yourself. I'm struggling right now with this book writing thing. I can't seem to get myself to sit down. You guys know me. I like to get outside. Oh, and listen, everybody's giving me advice on stuff. I am doing it in little bits. I blame it on ADD and everything else. But now you're hearing my phase 2. I have no problem keeping up with my health. Although lately I've been that mechanical arm has been shoving food in my mouth again. That's all right. Because I'm not stopping. It doesn't stop me. Okay? There's always going to be struggles in life. If you've got other things you struggle with, they may never go away. That's okay, as long as you learn to deal with them. I have friends who struggle with alcohol and drug addictions, okay? And I'm not going to say it's easier or not. All I'm going to say is the struggle is real for all of those folks too. And sometimes they cave. The part with food is sometimes we bring home yummy things and, I eat too much of it. I still do. But I'm healthy. I'm healthy and I'm happy now. And that's the big difference. Yeah, I put on a little fat on my stomach this winter. I don't care. It's okay. Well, I do care. I do care. What am I telling you? I'm gonna convince myself. Look at this tree hugging this other tree. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. They love one another. I like that. Maybe I'll catch a shot of that on my way back. All right. The first step. Again, you might be scared to take that first step. You're scared to take that first step because you're not ready to say, I am going to. It's really as simple as just, you don't need to know the rest. I know I've got friends who have to have the entire plan laid out, and listen, you can do that, and trust me, there are people out there, there are health coaches who can help you lay out the plan. And if you'd like, I can hook you up with some of those coaches, or there's a couple of online coaching programs I'm familiar with that I endorse because they're on the same mindset as I am, which is healthy living. They're not about diets. They're not about trickery. They're about teaching you to retool your health, to eat whole and mostly plant-based foods. Mostly, okay? Don't get afraid, We all know you need more veggies. And I'm happy to share that with you if you want to hit me up. We can talk about that. But it really, before all that, you need to tell yourself, I'm going to do this. You need to tell me, well, you don't need to, but it'd be nice if you did. Like, I'm going to do this. Or whoever's your support. I'll be there for you. But when you're ready to say that, because you might say, well, I'm not ready to say that. Why? Why are you not ready? Because I might fail. You will fail. It's okay. I failed many times. I don't worry about that. You know what I don't fail at? Not starting again. I keep starting up. It's all right. It doesn't need to be a perfect journey. It's one direction. Just go forward. You're going to stumble. You're going to fall. You get back up. We're human beings. We're not machines. And so the only thing you really have control over, and I know it doesn't seem like you do, is this piece. People think that they have control over the scale. And I'm sorry. And I'm not picking. I have friends who weigh themselves daily. I have friends who weigh themselves sometimes 3 times a day. You don't have a lot of control in some of that. You do. But some of that control is not healthy. Nor is it really giving you what you want. When people say they want to lose weight, what do you mean? Fat, right? You don't want to lose muscle. I mean, I've only known a few circumstances in which I know somebody wants to lose muscle. That's bodybuilders who are coming off the bodybuilding circuit. And I have read about some of them, and they will tone back their large muscle mass so they don't need to maintain it. That's it. I can't. Why you'd want to lose muscle, I don't know, but you do. When you diet, when you force your body, when you starve yourself, you lose muscle. We need it, especially as we age. I'm almost 48 years old. Yeah, I know. You probably couldn't tell that, right? Well, put that back on. Whew. Hang on a second. Breezy. Look at a swamp. It's a swamp. Where's Shrek? Get out of my swamp. I know. Out of my mind. But I love life. Hey, there's a river down here. Remember, what did I say earlier? Life is like floating in a boat on a river, right? Sometimes we just float and let life take us wherever it may bring us. And sometimes we got to grab the oars and say, I am going in the other direction. I'm going in the other direction. Because the direction life is bringing me is not where I want to go. I don't tell you guys things about my life to brag. I use them as examples so that you can understand it was simple decisions that I had to make. All right, maybe not simple, but I simplified them for myself, which was to say, I'm going to do this. And sometimes I don't know how I'm going to get there. Like this year, I said, I'm going to get on television. I've got on local Connecticut television already. Check it out, fox61.com/Stan. Scroll down, you'll see me. Just a little plug for myself. Great TV interview, by the way, and I'm not just saying that. My first wasn't bad. Point is, I made a goal for myself. I had no idea. How did I do it? How did I get myself on TV? I networked with the guy, found him, reached out to him, didn't say nothing, didn't bother him. He looked at my profile. He's like, ooh, 200 pounds you lost on your own? Yeah, man. How'd you do it? Told him. He goes, sounds like a good segment for my TV show. You want to be on? I'm like, tell me when. Tell me when. I'm ready to share it with people. It's been great the past couple of weeks since it's come out. A lot of people reaching out, learning. I want to open people's minds and open your eyes. I don't claim to have the answers for you in terms of what diet, what sort of methods you should use. I will tell you the things I did, but what I do have the answers are for what I've done in terms of getting the mind straight. Those things are inarguable in terms of what I did because it's my story. And if you want to use it as an example for yourself, that's great because I can tell you some things will work for you and some won't. I do understand a little bit about psych. And I understand that if you don't make this commitment to yourself, well, it's going to sound very spiritual, you'll never have everlasting health. You just won't. Because if you say, I'm just going to lose weight, and then I'm just going to go back to where I was and go back to my old habits, you've done nothing. You've done nothing. And it's sad. I subscribe to a number of weight loss groups. Some of them are surgery weight loss groups. And I want to let you guys know, first off, and this is not to toot my own horn, but I don't make judgments against people who've had surgery or use other methods, okay? I do say that I prefer a more lifestyle-based, but I always say, and you'll hear it on the TV interview, it matters less the path you use to get there. What matters most is what you do after, okay? And I know some of you, my friends there, have used other methods to get there, a little help, a little crutch. That's fine. And I'm going to say, when you get to the end, whatever that may be, because you're not going to take shakes the rest of your life. The surgery, eventually you got to normalize your life and get back to, not losing weight and being restrictive. What are you going to do? How are you going to eat? What kind of lifestyle are you going to maintain? These are inarguable things, okay? In order to remain healthy, your body needs to move. You need to put things into your mouth that serve your health, okay? We know what most of those things are. Some of it's confusing. I have a lot of friends that do keto and whatever else, okay? Whatever else. And again, you're hearing me kind of drop in my tone. It's just I get tired of diets. We're not talking about that today. At the end of the day, you need to make a commitment to yourself that you're going to live a lifelong, journey of serving your health, no matter what that means to you. Okay? And it means balance too. It means if you like Boston cream donuts, have one once in a while. You don't need one a couple times a week. It's not good for you. You know that. You know that. I don't have to tell you that. I am going to. Remember these words because they're powerful. All right? Very powerful. In your mind. They're very powerful to your mind because when you say it, you're setting a course. And you don't need to know where that course is yet. It just needs to be, all right, now I got to figure this out. And that's where the research comes. Ask me questions. Ask other people questions. I have literally, in the 4 years I've been working on my health, you wouldn't believe the network I have of health professionals, fitness professionals. I know some of the foremost experts in nutrition, I'm connected to. And I'm not bragging. I'm just saying, if you need that help, I can put you in that direction with some of these people. Dr. David Katz from Yale University is a foremost nutrition expert and lifestyle medicine advocate. Love his stuff. We're an acquaintance. We've chatted. He's a nice guy. Not doctor, but Andy Bellotti, very powerful nutritionist. He promotes plant-based foods quite a bit. He's got quite a wealth of knowledge on the food industry here. All right, we're going to start this up again, huh? Oh, well.